sometimes the opportunities come and you're not even looking for them. And you're not honestly really prepared for them. But some kind of way you scramble and you get it done. But why scramble when you can already have in mind the strategy in what it is that you would do? Hey there, Cornell Jermaine here, back with another episode with our 5-minute upgrade. This is a simple, quick nugget that I offer entrepreneurs, business owners, brands when it comes to adding value to their business. These are quick little things that I think you can implement immediately. That's why we call it the 5-minute upgrade. Today, we're going to talk about something I call P.F.P. Prepare for the pivot. Now, in order to bring context, I want to give a working definition for what it means to pivot, particularly from a business context. It means to completely change the ways one does something or to begin to manage something, or I'll even add someone, in a completely different way. And I say someone because there may be people who may not necessarily be business owners, but you may be leaders within a department. You are also one who should be planning for the pivot because you have people behind you who are carrying the torch in the endeavor of whatever it is that you're working on. And you need to know how to navigate those nuances when it comes to all the things that can come about when it comes to business. Being able to have a strategy, a plan for when maybe things go haywire. This was a catchphrase back during the pandemic because many people were out of work. They were working remote, or some of them didn't have a job. Their businesses began to fail, so they had to pivot. I know of one gentleman who owned Jersey Mike's, which is a submarine place. What happened is when the pandemic came, the business failed. So he had to think of ways to be able to offer his product to his customers and keep his business afloat. Because remember, at this time, things were shut down. Restaurants were closed. So they couldn't have in-house guests coming in and out to have food. So he set up the system where people could pull up, go straight to the refrigeration system, see their order, grab their sandwich, and pull off. It was already paid for. Really simple pivot, but it upgraded his business to a place where he saw more profit than he did when he was open for regular business. What I'm saying is when it comes to things like emergencies, crises like we saw during the pandemic, all of those things, those are natural times when we say, oh, we got to pivot, we got to change, we got to do something different, we got to manage things differently. But how about when opportunity comes? And that's what I want to be clear with, because we need to pivot when things get good or better. And I'm talking about not necessarily always in a way where you're trying to preserve, but maybe you're trying to progress. You prepare for the pivot and say, okay, if I were to get this opportunity, if I were to get this contract, if my business was to grow and I have so many people or clients or whatever coming, how will I prepare for that? How will I handle that? Do I have the people in place, the processes in place to be able to manage something like that? And most people don't. What I'm encouraging you to do is to not just be in fear of the things that could happen that are glooming and danger and scary, detrimental to your business, but be prepared for the opportunities of progress, growth that may come to your business. Understand that those moments require you to pivot as well. And if you have in the back of your mind or in the back of your profile, your strategy, that you can say, okay, if something like this happens, this is what I would do. These are the people I would call. These are the kind of leaders I would need. This is the kind of system I would have to put in place. And in some cases, you can start implementing some of those things where, obviously, because some of it may be a cost factor, so you may not be able to implement all of them. However, if you know or have in mind what you would do, then that puts you a step ahead. So when the call comes, and I'm a witness, sometimes the opportunities come and you're not even looking for them. And you're not honestly really prepared for them. But some kind of way you scramble and you get it done. But why scramble when you can already have in mind the strategy in what it is that you would do? When it comes to making these dollars that we sometimes put in for when it comes to lottery, they ask a question like, what would you do if you won the Mega Millions? That process, in my opinion, is a person preparing for the pivot. The same should be true for your business. How would you pivot if opportunity came that you could not resist? If growth came that you could not turn down? How would you handle that if your product was in demand? That's what I'm encouraging you to think about in this particular video. Prepare for the pivot. I don't know who this is for, but I hope this has helped you listen. I'm Cornell Jermaine, and this has been the 5-minute upgrade. And I want to thank you so much for joining me. Listen, if you want to see other 5-minute upgrades that we've done or any other content that we've produced here on the channel, go check it out. But by all means, if this has helped you, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you back here, same time, same place next week. Take care.